What's up, everybody? Welcome back. John Levesque here, and today I am joined by Super User Christian Abata. How you doing, my friend?
Fine, John. I am fine. Very well. Thank you. Thank you so
Good,
much. It's a
good, good.
pleasure to be here.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you. So for those of you who don't know Christian, Christian is a super user in our community. He answers questions and helps people like crazy all the time. He's been in there for ages. You've probably, if you've asked a question in the community, you've seen his name. But other than that, he's making videos in Spanish all the time about Power Automate. Today, he's going to do one in English. But I just wanted to point out that he does those videos in Spanish, and he'll talk a little bit more about that. So that's enough from me. Christian, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to you. Tell the people a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? What do you love? And then go ahead and feel free to jump into what are we talking about today.
Thank you, John. Thank you for that awesome presentation. So my name is Christian. As you said, I'm actually living in Ecuador, so it's a part of South America. It's a beautiful country, and I can invite you to visit our country. It's beautiful, so I invite you to visit our country too. As you said, I make videos in Spanish, and in this opportunity, I am doing my best to make one with you in English. So it's okay, and it's a big response from me to you. So I hope I can do it well with you. So that's it. As I am contributing like 8 or 9 months in the community forum. So it's an awesome place to know people and understand lots of things that other people it's using with Power Platform, and especially with Power Automate. So it's awesome to help there.
Awesome, man. Glad to have you here. So what are you teaching us today?
So today we are going to migrate some tasks from Excel to Planner, that I think is an excellent platform to make and control the tasks in the organizations.
I love it. You have no idea, Christian, how many requests I get from people to show Planner, and I have never made a Planner video. So this is a first one, and it's a highly requested one. So I'm very excited about this topic. Go ahead. I think I've given you sharing rights. The floor is yours, my friend. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much for everyone that is watching this video. So as I said, today we are going to learn how to migrate some tasks from Excel to Planner. So are you looking my screen?
It's yeah, good? I see it. It's good.
Okay, fine. So first of all, to start, we need to create the Excel file that are going to contain our tasks. So this is the first thing that we are going to do. For that, I am going to open OneDrive. So inside OneDrive, we need some folder, and then inside we are going to create an Excel file. So my folder is going to be Power Automate, and then I have created some file, but we are going to create a new one. Then this is going to be our Excel or data list. So first of all, we need some headers. So name, task is okay. And then another one could be description. So the task normally has a start date. So this is a start date and an end date. And the person who is going to do the task. So signed. I don't know if it's well graded, but I think it's well.
So almost the G before the N, but everything else you nailed.
So the G before the N. Okay.
There you go. You got it.
Excellent. Sorry for that. I am not an expert.
No, you're doing great. Don't apologize at all. You're doing great.
Okay, so a task right now. So this is the moment of the task. So create.
So one important thing to call out that he made that a table. So he made those headers And then he went ahead and formed that into a table. That's important to know because Power Automate
Yes.
cannot work with an Excel file if it's not formatted as a table. So make sure you do that as well.
Yes. So the name of the task could be create Power Automate videos, and descriptions, create one with John. So the start date could be today, and here is 12, and then first, then, and the end date could be tomorrow. So
yeah, it's good. We probably don't need a whole day to film or more than a whole day.
maybe not. Okay, and it's O2. It's okay. And then a person who is going to create, who is going to do this task. So this person in my side is going to be Power Automate at christianabata.com. This is a user in my actually company, my example company.
Did you
So
spell your name right there? You want to make sure you got your email right.
yes,
Okay.
it's okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so we have one task here, and I think it's enough. Then we are going to open our excellent Power Automate platform. So this is the show of the Power Platform,
Our
Power
best friend.
Automate. Yes. Then we are going to create a flow. So to create a flow, in this example, we are going to use instant flow because I want to trigger by myself this task. But you should use maybe a scheduled flow if you want to migrate this task in some day. So you can use scheduled flows. Or maybe if you want to start this migration with another platform like SharePoint list, for example, maybe when some record was added in SharePoint list, we are going to migrate, and we could find a lot of scenarios here. But for today, we are going to start with instant flow. So, okay, every flow needs a name, and the name of this flow is going to be migrate. Migrate. So now we are going to use or select our manual trigger, and that's it. We are starting our task migrations. So we are going to read our information from this book that was recently created. So for that, we are going to use Excel Online Business. And then we have an action called list rows present in a table. So I'm going to select list rows present in a table and then select our file. So I have here in my file in OneDrive, my document library is OneDrive, and then my file was inside Power Automate, Planner, and then it's called book. Yes, we can rename the file, but if you do that, please go ahead here and change again the name of the file. Yes, so you need to select it again.
Also, take note, he picked Excel Online Business because it's connected to his Office 365 business account and that OneDrive. So there is a personal OneDrive that you can choose as well and a personal Excel that you can choose as well. And so just make sure that when you're choosing that, you choose the one that says business.
Yes, absolutely. So just to show what you said, when you search for the service here like Excel, we have two options. So what I select was Excel for business, and then we have another option like Excel, personal Excel, that is OneDrive, is non-commercial Excel. Okay, so we are going to select now the table, and this is okay just to test this for now.
Okay.
We are going to see if this is working.
Nice.
So I'm going to perform the action, and then I'm going to continue and run my flow. So we are going to see here our information in Excel. So here we go. It's working well because it's green, and green it's okay. And here in our outputs, we are going to see a lot of code here that is like a JSON response. See, Power Automate works with JSON language. So something that I want to explain is about the dates. See here, we have some end date and start date that is like a number. And if we want to migrate to planner, we need to convert this in a valid format date. So maybe this is something that is frequently requested, and I have a quick way to solve it, and I want to show you how to do that. So what I do to manage this conversion is go to Excel and then select the columns that are date columns and change the format. So I'm going to click here and change my format column. Remember, this is just the format column, and we are going to select text. Sorry. So when click on text, we are going to see the numbers of the response in Power Automate. So now our column has a different format, and I can write again the date. So the date was 12. So it's one first. Okay, and I have here a column with another format, and I am going to do the same thing with the other column. So change it to text, and then 12 again to. Okay, so I am going to write this well, and that's it. We are going to test again our flow just to see if this change was made it. So
Cool.
it's time to test again. Run, done. And if everything is okay, we are going to see another response, but with a valid dates. See here, now we have a start date with a valid date and end date with a valid date. Now we can use these columns to create our tasks. So
Nice.
it's
Good
time
tip.
to continue.
Nice tip.
Okay, so now we are going to create a planner. So create a task planner. We are going to find or search for the service planner, and then select the action create a task. So for this part, we have previously to make some planner, and then if you don't know how to do it, you need to go to your Office 365 portal and then go to planner, and then you can create a plan, and that's what we need, just a plan to create tasks. So I have here a plan that is an empty plan, and I have some buckets here, and we are going to try to add the task in this bucket that is called Power Automate Tasks. So that's the only thing you need previously to create this action, because we are going to read that plan. So as you see here, I have my plan called Power Automate, and then my plan ID, it's filled automatically. It's a thing, but we are going to create with a title, with a new title. So here we are going to use our title from Excel, from name task. So it's time to select in dynamic content the column that is name task from list rows present in a table. So here's my name task. And then Power Automate do this automatically too. It's an apply to each, and this is created because when we are using list rows present in table, Power Automate thinks that we can read one record or maybe more than one. So it could be 10, could be 11, could be a lot of records, and apply to each, it's going to take one by one the records. So that's the reason. So Power Automate creates here an apply to each. In our example, we have just one task, but in your scenario, you can have maybe 10 or more than one. So that's the reason why Power Automate creates this apply to each, to ensure you take every record in your Excel. So now we have to select a bucket ID, and our bucket ID, remember, was called Power Automate Tasks. is here. And to the end, we have to add a start date and due date. That is our end date. So our start date is going to be a start date, due date is going to be end date, and most important, the people or the person who is going to do this task. So this person is going to be in our column called assigned. So it's everything. We
Nice.
can test this to see if this is working.
Nice. Easy.
So test, it's too easy, really. So we are going to execute again our flow, and then we are going to launch it, run the flow. So I hope this could be agreeing to, oh, it fails. Don't worry. I'm going to see why it fails.
Yep.
So let me see. Oh, it's because Power Automate Christian Abata is not found. So it's because my user was not found. So let me see if I write it well. Let me see, maybe I made mistake because this is my user. So I'm going to take my user again and I'm going to write it here. So, okay.
Aha, see, I knew it. I told you. I was like, oh, are you sure that email's right?
You was right. So
All
that's
right.
the reason why I get the error.
Nice.
And then I'm going to run it again.
Let's do it.
So
I like that. I like that we showed a failure in that, actually. That's good for people to see, right? How do we go and adjust when something doesn't go as planned?
Yes, and fix it, because we are testing this tool, and maybe we are going to find lots of errors. So it's good to know what could be wrong.
Yep, totally.
So as you see here, it's okay now, and our flow creates a task, in our plan. So if I am going to refresh here my platform, see, I have here my plan. So
love it.
It's beautiful, and I have here a plan created from an Excel. But I think we could do something more here, because we add a description, and maybe you need a way to add more information to your task. So you can use that description in notes. How we can going to do that? Using Power Automate again, and then after create task, I am going to add another action that is a planner action called update task. Update task details, it's update task details. So planner, and then update task details.
Nice.
That's what we are going to use. For the task ID, we need some value that was created previously. So we need the ID from this task, because imagine that right now I am looking the previously task created because I did a run. So, but if you are going to run this and you don't have any task in your plan, you are not going to know who is the task that you want to update. So that's the reason why we are going to use a custom value. And the custom value that we need here is the ID, the unique ID of this task. And the unique ID, it's here. You can find in dynamic content by ID, and see in the description, we have the ID of the task. So we are going to select this, and then we can add right now our description. So we are going to find here for description, and that's okay, could be great. And finally, we are going to test again our flow. I'm going to delete our previously task. So now it's empty. I'm going to run our flow and see the magic happens. So it's going to be green as well. And then we're going to go to our plan and see a task was created, and see inside in descriptions, in notes, we have here more information about task.
Man, that is cool.
That's all, my friend. I think this is the two things that we can make with an easy flow, quickly flow using Excel and using Power Automate and Planner to control our tasks.
I love it. I love it. And you know, you mentioned it earlier, and I'll kind of mention it again. I think the coolest part about this flow is that if you're building it at home, your trigger can be something different. If you don't want to hit a button to consume this info, you could have a scheduled trigger that said every day at 9 a.m., do these things, list the rows present, create a task out of those items, update those task details so that every day when that sheet was filled out, you would have all those planner tasks created automatically. Maybe it's a different department that doesn't have access, right? Or maybe you want to skip all that and you want to say, as soon as there's a row added to this Excel sheet, I want a planner task created.
Yes, we have lots of scenarios here.
Exactly. You could use an automated trigger from Excel for when a row is created. So there's lots of options. I think that the important part here is to recognize those three actions after the trigger, because I think the trigger options you have here are pretty endless.
Yes, that's it. So the only thing you need to know is about how to create the task exactly, and maybe how to update that task. And that's all, no? You can test with everything you want.
Yep. Awesome. Man, Christian, thank you so much for coming and joining us and teaching us. I think a lot of people are going to be very grateful for this one. So thank you.
Thanks to you, John, for the opportunity. As I told you, it's an honor. And thank you everyone to be here and watch this video. Just remember, if you want to see or know more content, but in Spanish content, so you can visit my channel, my YouTube channel. I was really honored to be you there.
Awesome. All right, so you heard the man. Go check the description. I'll have a link to his Twitter, a link to his YouTube. I'll even put a link to his profile in the community so you can go and check out all of his awesome solutions. Christian, thank you. And to you guys at home, you know what to do. Go follow Christian, click like, click subscribe so that you don't miss another video. Much love from me. I'll see you in the next one.